Van Johnson's life has often been framed through dramatic headlines, but the truth is far more human and layered. Known for his warm smile and approachable charm, he became one of the most beloved faces of Hollywood's golden era. Yet behind that public image was a man shaped by personal struggles, quiet resilience, and the pressures of fame. His story isn't one of hidden darkness in a sensational sense, but rather of navigating life in an industry that demanded perfection. Johnson represented a generation of actors who carried both personal and professional expectations without always having the space to fully express themselves. Looking back, his life invites us to move beyond simplified narratives and instead appreciate the complexity of a person who gave so much to audiences while quietly managing his own journey. Early life and the search for belonging. Born in Newport, Rhode Island, Van Johnson's early years were marked by emotional distance and change. Raised primarily by his father, he grew up learning to rely on himself, finding comfort in creativity and performance. Music and theater became his outlets, offering him a sense of belonging that he didn't always feel at home. These formative experiences played a crucial role in shaping his personality, gentle, thoughtful, and eager to connect with others. After finishing school, he took a bold step by moving to New York City, determined to pursue a career in entertainment. Like many aspiring performers, his early journey was filled with uncertainty, small roles, and moments of doubt. But even then, his persistence and quiet determination stood out, setting the stage for the success that would eventually follow. Finding his place in Hollywood, Van Johnson's breakthrough came when he joined MGM, one of the most powerful studios of the time. With his clean-cut looks and natural charm, he quickly became a favorite among audiences. His performances resonated especially during World War II, when viewers were drawn to his sincerity and optimism. He often played relatable characters, young men navigating love, duty, and everyday life, making him feel accessible to millions. Films like A Guy Named Joe and 30 Seconds Over Tokyo helped establish his reputation as a dependable leading man. What made Johnson unique was his ability to balance lighthearted roles with emotional depth, bringing authenticity to each performance. His rise to fame wasn't just about talent, it was about timing, connection, and the way he reflected the hopes of an entire generation. A life in the spotlight. At the height of his career, Van Johnson was one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. Fan magazines celebrated him, audiences admired him, and studios relied on him. His collaborations with co-stars like June Allison created some of the era's most memorable on-screen pairings, capturing a sense of warmth and sincerity that defined his image. Yet, like many actors of his time, Johnson operated within a system that carefully managed public perception. The studio era often required stars to maintain a certain image, sometimes blurring the line between personal life and professional identity. While Johnson handled this with grace, it also meant that parts of his life remained private or shaped by external expectations. Even so, his genuine kindness and professionalism left a lasting impression on colleagues and fans alike. Personal life and private realities. Van Johnson's personal life, like that of many public figures, was more complex than it appeared from the outside. His marriage and family life reflected both moments of happiness and challenges that unfolded over time. Rather than focusing on speculation or rumor, it's important to recognize the broader context of the era he lived in, one where privacy was often necessary and personal matters were handled quietly. Johnson was known by those close to him as thoughtful and sometimes introspective, someone who valued meaningful connections, but also needed space to navigate his own emotions. His experiences highlight the reality that even those who seem effortlessly cheerful can carry deeper layers within. It's a reminder that public personas rarely tell the full story of a person's life. Adapting to changing times. As Hollywood evolved in the 1950s and beyond, Van Johnson adapted by exploring new opportunities in television and theater. While his film career slowed, his passion for performance remained strong. He appeared in a variety of television shows and stage productions, continuing to connect with audiences in different ways. This transition demonstrated his versatility and commitment to his craft. Rather than fading away, he embraced change and found new avenues for expression. His stage work, in particular, allowed him to engage more directly with audiences, showcasing a different side of his talent. This phase of his career reflects a quiet resilience, the ability to evolve and stay relevant without losing sight of what he loved. About performing, a gentle presence. Off-screen, those who knew Van Johnson often described him as kind, respectful, and easy to be around. Despite his fame, he maintained a grounded demeanor and treated others with genuine warmth. This reputation extended beyond his professional life, shaping how he was remembered by friends and colleagues. In an industry that can sometimes feel impersonal, Johnson stood out for his sincerity. He wasn't known for seeking attention or controversy. Instead, he focused on his work and the relationships that mattered to him. This quiet approach to life may not have generated headlines, but it left a lasting impression on those who encountered him. It also reinforces the idea that true character is often revealed in small, consistent actions rather than grand gestures. Later years and reflection. In his later years, Van Johnson chose a more private and peaceful lifestyle. Living in New York and eventually moving to a supportive care environment, he stepped away from the spotlight while still carrying the legacy of his career. This period allowed him to reflect on a life that had spanned decades of change in the entertainment industry. Despite the ups and downs, he remained connected to his identity as a performer and to the fans who continued to appreciate his work. His longevity itself is a testament to his resilience and ability to adapt. Even as the industry moved on, his contributions remained part of its foundation, remembered by those who grew up watching his films and those who discovered them later. A legacy of warmth and authenticity. Van Johnson passed away in 2008 at the age of 92, leaving behind a legacy defined not just by his roles, but by the feeling he brought to them. He may not have received every accolade, but his impact on audiences was undeniable. His performances captured a sense of sincerity that continues to resonate, offering a glimpse into a different era of storytelling. More importantly, his life reminds us that behind every public figure is a personal journey filled with growth, challenges, and quiet moments of strength. Johnson's story isn't about hidden darkness, it's about navigating life with grace, even when circumstances are complicated. In remembering him, we celebrate not just a Hollywood star, but a human being who brought warmth and authenticity to everything he did.